All right, let's see. All right, we're live. We're live right now. Let me just. Put this out there. Okay.
Y'all sound so good right now.
All right, I just wanted to send this out real quick. All right, you should be able to hear me. We're live right now. Let me see if let me just see if the link is up to par. Okay, so link is on. All right, you can hear me. You guys can hear me. We're live, man. What's going on? We're back. We're back. And we coming back for blood tonight. I'm not gonna lie. This morning I took an L this morning. I ain't gonna say we because I know some people that won. Shout out to my shorty. In 1 week, y'all, she got funded. In 1 week, she didn't know what she was doing. Dang, yo, it's crazy. But what's up? I had to start off. I don't know. I had to start off like that, but what up? What up, Buck? Oh, that's my boy. Yeah, my boy's locked in. Yeah, man. Dang, we just getting started. All right, so we live. Everybody should be able to see my screen. What's going on? Hope y'all all had like a good weekend. I don't know if you guys was on the session earlier this morning, but I ain't gonna lie, I was a little out of it. Like, fresh off a 4th of July weekend, and I'm just waking up and all that. But we're gonna have a good session tonight. I'm excited. We actually, dang, like we getting a nice little push right now, which is crazy. Yeah, that looks nice. That looks nice for some shorts. If you know, you know. If you seeing my screen right now, but I'm gonna go ahead and introduce myself. My name is Shaq. You can follow me on Instagram under Shaq Stacks. That's SHAQSTACKZ _ for my content and everything like that. I've been trading for about 6 years. I'm not no educator. I'm not no guru. None of that. I'm just here. We're gonna vibe out. We're gonna look for some setups on this beautiful Monday night. But yeah, man. Yeah. If you guys got any questions, you can always say something in the chat. Or for the YouTube, you can go to my my Discord and you can ask questions in there. And And then yeah, man. So we'll be trading off of this AI bot that I have. And it's doing its thing right now. If you know, you know. Like if you see what's going on right now, you know what I'm saying? It's putting in work right now. Like right now as we speak. Okay, so I'm gonna basically be going over like how to use this, how I've been able to make money off of this, using this, and yeah, if I see a trade, then we're gonna enter into a trade. We're gonna get in, we're gonna get out, and then we're gonna call it a night. And I'll see you guys tomorrow, right? But if you're here for the vibes, like definitely, chill out. Go get something, go get some food, get comfortable. You know, we're gonna be chilling tonight. We're gonna be chilling for real. Uh, like I said, I'm gonna basically just explain how to use this bot and how to take your piece of the pie out of this. What is this? $7.3 trillion flowing through this market like every day, every second of the day, and yeah. Um, like I said, I'm not really about to just like be like teaching or anything like that. So if you have any questions, feel free to ask. Don't feel like any questions a dumb question. Um, you may be having a question that somebody else wants to ask. So you know, um, you're helping everybody, and I'll try to answer to the best of my abilities. If I don't know, we'll look it up together. Or also like if you're somebody that's trade and you're on a session and you know more information about whatever, feel free to drop that knowledge. I'm always a student. I'm always like willing to learn more and you know um get better. So yeah, man. Yeah. So let's without further ado, let's get to this bag, man. I'm gonna show y'all guys how to use this scanner. And then um yeah, we'll enjoy the night. I already got some music playing. All right. All right. Let's see. How was you guys this weekend? How's y'all? We got people tuning in from different places. Like where y'all from? Go ahead. Like let's just start vibing out now. Like the questions and it makes the session go by a little faster. It makes it easier. Where we tuning in from? Um, are there any new traders? Uh, yeah, all kind of stuff. Talk about whatever. Talk about whatever, man. Um, Goals for this week. Me personally, what's my goal this week? Get through the week. That's my goal. Just want to get through the week. I think that's my goal. That's a good goal, y'all. Like I don't know. Y'all let me know. Shout out to the people that's on right now, though. I ain't gonna lie. Shouts out to y'all. If you're not subscribed already, just go ahead and subscribe. Um, like, share, whatever. It's very encouraging for me to get up here and do this. If when I see that those kind of things. But shouts out to y'all, everybody that's subscribed already because we are growing. Like I every time I look back, I see that we have more subscribers. So shouts out to y'all for subscribing. Really appreciate it for real. Because I am giving out a lot of free game. If we being honest, it's a lot of free game. And just also just me sharing this, the bot, the scanner, this algorithm, to everyone. I invested in myself to have access to this. So like, if you are getting on this session and you never seen my stream before, or whatever the case is, and you're able to make money off of what I'm doing, it definitely does help. A like is free, or a subscribe uh, is free. So and then for my people that actually have access to the bot, like y'all know what it does, how it helps, and it pretty much it pays for itself. So shout out to y'all for really locking in and just upping it for real. Like like up in it. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and get started. I don't want to talk too much. I pretty much say everything I gotta say. Um, what is it? Today is the 6th. It is July 6th. It's 11 o'clock. It's the top of the hour. Um, I'm gonna be breaking down the Nasdaq. That's what we're gonna be trading tonight. I may look at gold. I don't necessarily like go too much over it, but um this everything applies to whether you want to trade the Nasdaq or whether you want to trade gold. So um yeah, so it's all the same stuff. Let's get into it. Let's get into it. All right. So if today's your first day, I'm gonna turn this down just a little bit. All right. So if today's your first day, and you don't know anything about anything at all right now, I'll keep it simple. All right. So like I said, we're gonna be trading the Nasdaq. And the Nasdaq is basically the top 100 companies in the U.S. All right, so we're basically trading. I'll show you a visual. Trading the top 100 companies in the U.S. All right, so if you guys see my screen, you'll see these different stocks, these different companies that make up the top 100 companies in the U.S. So you have Nvidia, you got Apple, you got Google, you got Meta, Netflix, got Amazon, Microsoft, right? What else? I know we got Pepsi in here somewhere, right here for the beverages. Was Monster? Monster's in the top 100. Wow. Coca Cola, um, Dr Pepper, Dr Pepper. Okay. We got Tesla, right? We got Tesla. What's got Starbucks? Okay. All right, we got a bunch of different companies. All right, so the gist of it is you got this basket of companies combined into one what we call an indice, right, or indice, right? And we traded at this price currently, like all of them together, basking into one thing, creates this price that it's at. All right, so right now price is at 29,782.0 and counting, right? So it's moving as we speak. All right, the Nasdaq is moving as we speak. Now, this type of pair trades faster and it's a lot more volatile during the New York Open or the New York session. All right, because these companies are opening during that time, like the businesses are opening during that time. So you see a lot more movement than you will see tonight, which is actually a good time to trade for someone who's a beginner. All right, so it'll be moving a lot slower. Um, and it's just easier to catch the move. All right. So I like trading at this time of night for my beginners, and then for my people that are, already kind of like in the game, and you're just looking to make a little bag. You make your bag, you can hit your daily goal, and then be done for the day. All right. So it works out for everybody at the end of the day. Trading at this time, even though it's a little slower. But also, as the night continues to go on and we hit the London session, you'll see price start to move a little bit faster as well. So, if we even get to that point, then cool. But like I said, for that person who's just learning and they're trying to like get into the markets and maybe they don't even know how to like enter exit a trade yet. The market moves really slow around this time, so it's a good time. Maybe if you're getting off of work or whatever to hop in the markets and be able to be profitable without a lot of the extra stuff, a lot of the volatility that happens in the market. But me personally, I like to trade the Nasdaq, and I like to trade gold. occasionally. All right, but you will never see me really flipping through different pairs or watching a whole bunch of different charts. I'm not sitting here trying to like um, you know, trade a whole bunch of different stuff. I like to stick to one pair and I make my money from it, and that's pretty much it. Um like I say on every session, I don't I'm not trying to be a master trader. I'm not trying to sit here on the charts all day. I found a system that works for me to make a couple dollars, and then I go on about my day. If I wasn't sitting here streaming and I wanted to trade, I'll be watching a show. I'll be listening to some music. I'll be playing my P5. I'll be chilling basically. I'll be doing everything but just sitting here watching the charts. I might have it open and looking at it, but I'm not. That's not the only thing I'm doing. I'm pretty much multitasking. All right, so like tonight, like while I'm on a session, obviously I'm going to be watching the charts. I'm going to be looking at it. I'm going to be talking and doing all this other extra stuff. But the main goal for myself and what I want people to understand is, you hop on, you get access to this bot. You can open it. You open up your computer. You wait for your setup. You just leave it there. You go do what you got to do. You want to go cook. You want to go clean. Whatever. um, and you make your bag 1 2, and you're done. Close your laptop. That's it. Like it's not meant for you to just sit on the charts all day. For me personally, right? That's how I look at trading. I'm not, like I said, I'm not trying to sit here and and trade all day. But to each his own. So my strategy and the way I do things may be a little different than others. I'll explain how to use this bot. Um, and then it's pretty much I'm doing like exactly what I'm saying. Like I'm just gonna be chilling. So unless there's like questions or anything, I mean I'll probably be I'll probably just be like listening to music or vibing out. So like I said, feel free to have conversation amongst yourselves with me, whatever, about anything. All right. If I see something, I'll call it out. And then you'll kind of get an idea of what it's like to enter and exit the markets. All right. So I know I just said a lot. Let me just check to see if there's any questions. Nope. All right. So cool. All right. So we'll get into it. All right. So first things first. Nas is a trending pair, so it does range a lot. Um, I mean, I said range a lot. It's a trending pair, so it does like to pick a direction and then continue going in that direction for the day. All right, so since this morning, Nas has pretty much just been selling since the start of the new trading day. And the bot is kind of just telling you, like, you just see a bunch of supply zones on top of each other. So just off of that, you should have an understanding that, like, the market is going down, and you could visually see it's a bunch of red going um, especially on this 1 minute chart. All right, but overall, we like to start off on the higher time frame, so we'll go down from the 1 hour. I'm gonna take this off. All right. Oh, excuse me. So I like to start off on the 1 hour first, just to see the overall trend. We can see price has came off of a major supply zone. Um, right now we're hovering in a demand zone. So if we get some breaks out of this, we can see price continue to go down. But it's just a reminder to be careful that we are in an hourly demand zone right now. So price could be a little like, we could be in some turbulence when it comes to taking sales. All right, but if we was looking on an hour time frame, just with what we see face value, we'll be looking for sales. We just got a red arrow for a sell off the hourly. So just off of face value, we're looking for sales. Doesn't mean we're gonna be taking sales. It just means that's what we're looking for. But also just a reminder that where price is right now, we're in a demand zone on the hourly time frame. So we just need to be careful with that. All right, so we're gonna drop down to the 15. See if we can get a similar bias. Same thing, prices below everything and similar. We're at a demand level, but our most recent signal was a sell. So we'll just be aware of that. All right, and then our 5 minute time frame is where we actually find our setups. So, like I said, like right now, we're starting to get a bunch of supply zones stacking amongst each other, showing that price is pushing down. Um, on the 5 minute, we aren't particularly in a demand zone, but we are closer to a demand zone than we are a supply zone. So we'll play this to our advantage. Hopefully, while we're on the session, we can either get a nice pullback to where we see another arrow form to the downside, while price is below the EMA, the white EMA. Um, but there's also other ways to enter off of this off of the algorithm. So, if I see some of those setups, I'll also take a trade off of that as well. Um, but yeah, so far price looks like it's obeying the structure of the downtrend. But let's just see if it continues to play out. If we can get like a break of this point of interest of the demand zone, a retracement, and then back down, then I can see us taking some good sells from that. Um, so like this right here, when we get a break of structure like this is letting us know that price is continuing its downtrend and it just broke a level of structure, right? Where price struggled to pass in the past or before. All right, so as this forms, it probably won't print until the candle's actually closed. So you'll see it like go back and forth. Um, like I said, if price closes below it, then it'll print and it'll stay, indicating, um, you know, it's not like an automatic injury. I mean, I said injury entry. It's not an automatic entry, but it that's technically showing us a level where like okay, we can look for more opportunities. All right, with that. So we'll see how that plays out, and then we'll drop down to the 1 minute just to be very precise about like where we're gonna try to get in, and then maybe even on that level we'll see like arrows forming. So we got breaker structures, we got market structure breaks, right? Two different things. Breaker structures are just it's a continuation in the market, and then market structure breaks are just saying like, okay, if the market was buying, right, it's changing the direction now after passing this point. All right, so let's see. Do we got any questions? What happened when it gets to a demand zone? A demand zone is just basically like those are areas where you would technically want to buy, right? But because the trend is selling, um, you don't want to go against the trend. So like a demand zone is like the demand zone is like, all right, so right here, you see POI, it's like a point of interest saying, like, all right, so right here, last time price came here, it bought, right? So you see how the demand zone starts over here because last time it came here, it bought. So it's just saying, like, the next time it comes here, just be mindful that it could buy again. All right. So we would use that because we're in a selling trend right now, like the market is going down. We could use that as a level of saying, like, okay, when price gets here, I need to be careful because it could buy back up. But that's not a bad thing because we want it to buy back up. So that we can catch the sales with the trend at the supply level. Right? We wanted to, kind of come back up here. Because if we can catch the sell up here at the supply zone to take it back down with the trend, we're more likely to have success with making profit than trying to trade against the trend and catch these buys from the demand. Now, by all means, you can use that level as a level to catch buys. Yes, you can do that, right? But the the smartest way to go about it is if it's trending sells, every time it comes back to the supply zone, you could take that sell back down. Right now, if the market was in the opposite direction where it was buying, like right, and we had a bunch of these demand levels and it was like the opposite, right? Then now you're looking for price to come back to these demand zones so you can buy back up. All right, but right now, like if you really just look at the bot, right, and you look at price and what it's doing, like you see price coming from the left of your screen, like from left to right, it's going down. And then also just visually, you see a bunch of red. You see a bunch of supply levels. You see a bunch of supply zones. And you got this one demand level. This one demand level is holding on for dear life. If this gets broken, you don't see any structure under this. So we're going to continue on for sales. It's going to have to find another point of interest, right? So use that visual to your advantage. It's a bunch of red, and the market is going down. Let me wait until it comes back to the supply zone, and I could take sales, or just a minor pullback to the EMA level, right? That's how I would play it, right? But like I said, you can use a demand zone to buy off of it, but just understand that it's going against the trend. Price technically wants to like go through this level. If it can get through this level, then it has to find another point of interest below that. And if you're in for sales, then that's a good thing for you because yep. Um, so let's just see what price is about to do. We really want to find out like our real setup off of the 5, and then we can get in on the 1 minute. Um, I'm not even logged into my account. All right, so I'm logged in now. So I did take a few trades before I got on this session. So I'm up right now. I technically don't even need to trade anymore today, but I did promise you guys a session, so I'm gonna stick to what I said I was gonna do. And I'm gonna look for a setup for everyone. All right, so after my payout, my equity is down a little bit, but where we're at right now for the day, we're up $1,000. Y'all can see, right? So let's see if we can catch a nice little dump, which is I feel like this is what we're getting something right now. Time is it? It's 11:23. Let's see what price does. Got any questions? So if it goes past the demand zone, then it's a good idea to wait to buy. Now, if it goes past the demand zone, then that means that it's really about to sell off. Because that means that demand zone is supposed to like push price back up. But if the sales go through that demand zone, then that means a weak demand zone and it's gonna disappear. Like it's gonna go away. Like here we go. Like as we speak. Right. So now with it going away, because the demand zone was created because the last time it came here, it bounced all the way up. Right. So now that price is breaking it, it's technically a break of structure, like a big break of structure, right? Because you know how we take these trades off the break of structures. Now it's like a really big break of structure that we're using to play off of. All right, it's just like a way bigger break of structure. Yeah. So Looks like price is not respecting that demand level. Time is it? 25. Oh man, hold on. I should have entered at the top of this. Let's see. See what price wants to do. We may be in it. We may be in and out on this session. I ain't gonna lie. Hold on. We may be in and out. I'm gonna hit the 250 daily goal. All right, so breaker structure is up here. Let's see. Let's see if we can get a good entry. This 5-minute candle just started. We're getting a little bit of a pullback off of this demand zone. Like I said, we got to be careful because on the hourly, we're in a demand zone. But structure is just looking so good for these sales. Let's just see what it does in this area first before we get too excited. I don't know. Are they big? I am liking this sell, even though we're in the demand zone on the 5-minute. I do like this sell, y'all. We're gonna shoot. I'm gonna shoot. I'm gonna get in for a sell right here. All right, we're gonna hit our daily goal. I'm gonna call it a night. Even though I'm up a band, but I'm gonna play it as if I'm at 0 tonight. And basically our entry was because of the breakup structure that we had on that 1-minute demand zone that got broken. All right, so hopefully we get some more pushes down, so we can protect the trade and then just let this thing ride out. But we'll see. So we had a breaker structure off the 5-minute as well. Now, if we can get this demand zone broken as well, then price has no choice but to dump to the next point of interest, which is down here, and that's a lot of money right here in this gap right here, this area. So see if we can get some pushes to the downside. All right, there we go. Here we go. We got some pushes. We're getting pushes right now. See if she wants to keep dumping. We should be solid. We are like 30 minutes into the session. And we're looking good so far. Like I said, let's just see if we can get this pushed down. We are in this 5-minute demand zone. We're like right there from hitting our daily. It's not really trying to give it to us, but we're right there, literally right there. So let's see if we can get a dump real quick. If we get a dump past this. Oh, there it is, y'all. All right, so protect your trade. Take your money or protect the bag. I'm probably going to get my TP smacked at 590, about to hit 600. And come on. Don't play. Go ahead, hit the TP so we can get up out of here. And this would be probably like one of the shortest sessions that I've had in a while. There we go. TP Smack 580 out of there. Um, y'all let me know. Did y'all make some money? I don't know if anybody made some money, but that was yeah. See, I see why I like to trade at night. I really do my thing at night. I ain't gonna lie. Really, I really do it at night. We're gonna turn this music up. I wanna see you bust down, pick it up, I break that shit down, speed it up, get slow that shit down, slow it down, bust down, bust down. Just hit the daily goal in 30 minutes. Let's go. You did that. You did that. Oh, look at that. And she tried to push up right off of that. It's crazy. Yeah, we went crazy. Went crazy. Hold on. So now, this is where we at for the day. I don't know. How y'all feeling, chat? How y'all feeling, man? I ain't gonna lie, y'all. I forget me making money. I'm really excited because my shorty is funded. In 1 week, she did that, y'all. Shorty funded in 1 week. Did that. Did that. She ready to get her account funded. She trying to make some money, y'all. But for everybody that's tuned in, shout out to y'all. You know, hopefully I know that was a quick. This is a quick session. I guess I've been on for 30 minutes and we already, you know, we up right now. So I mean, I know I usually take a little longer, but I feel like I really explained everything I need to explain for you to have success using the bot. Um, I'm gonna turn this back down now because that was we did that tonight, y'all. We did that. I ain't gonna lie, we went crazy. That was in 3 minutes. 3 minutes in and out bag. Um, Nothing more, nothing less. Don't make this harder than what it needs to be. Don't overcomplicate it. Um, it shouldn't take long. Like it shouldn't take you an hour. It shouldn't take you 2 hours for real. You know, I, obviously depending on the market conditions, you want to be patient, make sure you're taking the right trades. But when you see certain things, also don't hesitate. You miss 100%. You miss 100% of the shots that you don't take. So trust your knowledge. Get in the market and do what you got to do, but also don't be greedy. Right? Take your profits, take your wins, protect your capital, and then you'll see success faster than you know. All right. So with all that being said, like still take it easy. Remember, slow is smooth, smooth is fast, and just take it day by day, y'all. Like it's no rush. You remember, you're not doing any kind of hard labor to make this type of money. So like, even if it takes you a month to make to get one payout, right? It's not going to take you 1 month to get a payout. But like, even if it does, just understand like, you know, that's some good money. I don't care where you're from or whatever. It's good money that you can use to take care of something. So don't ruin that by rushing it because you want it right now. Like worth it's not even worth it for real. Like, so take it easy. Y'all got this. Um I know it's a quick session, but like I said, hopefully you guys got something out of it. You see price continuing in the same direction. Just continue to make these plays if you need to. But if you hit your daily goal, just understand like this trading day today started at 6 p.m. So until 5 p.m. tomorrow, whatever you make or lose counts towards your trading day. So like if you made your money for today, you don't need to trade again until the market opens up again at 6 p.m. tomorrow. All right. So all that being said, you guys are good. Appreciate y'all for tuning in. The next day, I'm back on tomorrow at 11 p.m. So we back at it again tomorrow, 11 p.m. Actually, the rest of the week from Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, 11 p.m. Not trading in the morning. The only day I was going to trade in the morning was Monday morning. So, yeah, guys, I'll be back at 11 p.m. So if you're looking for me, matter of fact, like if you have me subscribed, put on your alerts so that way when I go live, you get a notification, and you got to look at the notification as like who who has somebody texting them like, oh hey, you want to make some money tonight? Like just look at it like that. It's an alert saying like, hey, we're gonna make some bread tonight. All right, so set your alerts. If you're tuning in and you're not in the Discord to find out my schedule each week, the link is in the description. Make sure y'all tune into that. If you're watching the stream later, right, and you're seeing how quick and easy it was to make this type of money, join the Discord, contact me, and I'll help you create your accounts. But throw that being said, God is good, y'all. God is good. I wouldn't be able to do this without Him, and I'm glad I was able to have the vision to want to obtain this knowledge. So, all thanks to that man, and yeah, man, we're gonna run it up. I'll see y'all tomorrow. That's it. That's all we got tonight. Hope y'all got something out of this, and blessings. I'm out of here. Wait, I'm trying to turn it off. Social Kerr. I don't stay down here.